Hello everyone, and welcome back to And Then There Were None. It has been a while between drinks. I've moved and had some other stuff going on in, my life, and had to take a step away from everything to deal with all that, but moved, settled in, and now we're back here on Shipwreck Island, I think it's called. Anyway, so last time we were snooping around, and we should continue snooping. Now, what have I got in my inventory here? We've got History of the South Devon Coast and Safe Passage to the South Sea Lands. Let's have a look. So, hang on. So that woman fainted, right? Yes. That's right, and everyone's gathered in the parlor. Okay. Let's have a chat to everyone again, just to make sure.
I have nothing more to say to him.
That's fair.
The time for talk has passed.
That's fair. What about the doc?
Now is not the time for chatter.
Okay. Let's just explore the house then, so we can find the gramophone. This is what's playing it, right?
Interesting history Shipwreck Island has. I studied up on it before I came down.
What are the names of those two people I'm accused of killing?
John and Lucy Combs. I made a note of it.
Must have been a couple of kids I ran over near Cambridge. Beastly bad luck.
Oh,
For
what a
them
dick.
or for you?
Yeah.
Well, I
what
was
a
thinking
dick.
for me, but of course you're right, sir. It was damned bad luck on them. Of course it was a pure accident. They rushed out of some cottage or other. Beastly nuisance.
Oh.
English roads are hopeless, of course. Can't get up a decent pace on them. Well, anyway, it wasn't my fault.
Oh, that's hitting him pretty hard. Sausage fingers.
This man is dead.
What the fuck?
Did Marston choke to death?
You can call it choking if you like. He died of asphyxiation right enough.
Poisoned.
Was Marston poisoned?
Can't say exactly. Everything points to one of the cyanides. No distinctive smell of prussic acid. Probably potassium cyanide. It acts pretty well instantaneously.
There's something in the whiskey, yeah.
Was there something in the whiskey?
Yes, without a doubt.
Could he have been murdered?
Not my line of country. I'm a doctor, not a detective.
Okay.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
Not I.
Oh,
Personally
plus.
or professionally.
Thickening already.
What do you think that record means?
A disgraceful and heartless practical joke, I suppose.
Practical joke, even though this guy's dead. Okay.
Do you think it was suicide?
Seems like it.
Good evening, Doctor.
There's no way he committed suicide. He did not feel bad in the slightest. Look at the body.
Do you think it was suicide?
You conduct yourself well, Mr. Narracott, if you don't mind my saying so. Mr. Blore has told us that you are not what you appear, yet you told him you were not a detective.
No, sir. But I've read many detective novels. I even had one of those junior detective kits when I was a boy. Magnifying glass, fingerprint powder.
Junior detective kit. Wonderful.
Ah, an amateur sleuth, then. You appear to have something of a gift for it.
About the suicide, Judge.
I'm not yet prepared to offer an opinion.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
I knew his father, the Duke, and his elder brother. Like so many younger sons of his class, Anthony Marston was a bit of a wastrel, as you will have gathered. There were other rumors of late, of his dabbling in politics, but this is not the proper forum for that discussion.
Interesting.
What do you think that record means?
May I answer that in a moment after asking a question of my own?
Of course.
Does anyone know Mr. Owen's full name?
My letter was signed only U.N. Owen.
Yes, U.N. Owen. Or, by a slight stretch of fancy, unknown. I'll now answer your question, Mr. Narracott. The name, the recording, the circumstances under which all but you were lured to this island.
He
I have
suspects
no
me, huh?
doubt in my mind that we
Okay.
have been invited here by a madman, very possibly a dangerous, homicidal lunatic.
Why did you retire, Judge?
I know there was talk about my competence, even my ego running wild, but the truth of it is very simple. My health. A lifetime sentencing my fellow man, and now a higher power has passed judgment on me.
Good evening, Judge.
Okay. There's no way it's a suicide.
Do you think Marston committed suicide?
I shouldn't have said Mr. Marston was a suicidal type of gentleman at all.
Nope.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
Never clapped eyes on him. And who gave you the authority to question us?
You're under no obligation to answer me. What do you think that record means?
I don't like it, not one bit. Very queer, the whole situation.
Good evening, Mr. Bloor. Do you think Marston committed suicide?
Yes. In my experience, certain types of individuals, when faced with their sin, will then commit the greater one.
Come on.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
No.
What do you think that record means?
There is something very peculiar about it.
Good evening to you, Miss
Say
Brent.
that again. Okay, Miss Brent. So questions. Wait. Alright, let's talk to these guys.
Do you think Marston committed suicide?
He didn't seem particularly remorseful. Of course,
No,
the
he did
record
not.
might have set him off somehow. A new incident long after the fact may create a strong feeling of guilt or fear. Wouldn't you say, Doctor?
Possible. Quite possible.
Yeah, no, he just happened to have cyanide on him in case he wanted to commit suicide today, man. Come on, guys.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
Heard of him, but we'd never crossed paths or swords.
What do you think that record means?
There is something wrong with this entire weekend, and especially with our host, Mr. Owen.
I believe we're all coming around to that conclusion.
Yes, but I know something you don't, Judge.
What is that?
I recognize the voice on that recording, and it was definitely not Mr. Owen.
Who was it?
Who was it?
Not so fast, Narracott. Not until I think things through a bit more.
That'll be all, Mr.
Oh,
Lombard.
come on, Lombard. Can't hold out on that.
Do you think Marston committed suicide?
You'd never think he would kill himself. He was so alive. When he came down that hill in his car, he looked... Oh, I can't explain.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
No, I'm sure I would have remembered.
Steady, Miss Claythorne. The lad had his faults, you know.
Steady.
What do you think that record means?
It was unfair, what it said. Very unfair.
You seem to be a remarkably perceptive girl, Miss Claythorne.
Why, thank you, Mr. Narracott.
Is there anything you can tell me about our fellow castaways?
Castaways. You make it sound so...
Romantic?
I was going to say dramatic. Let me see. No one has confided any secrets to me, I'm afraid. Oh, except one.
That is,
I really don't know you well enough to answer you.
thank you for your time,
Okay.
Miss Claythorne.
Have to get her trust. Alright, what about you, mate?
Do you think it was suicide?
How dare you? My wife died of natural causes, sir. A long
Ooh,
illness.
that struck a
Nothing
chord.
more.
I meant Marston.
Marston? No honor in him that I could see.
Did you know Marston before he arrived here today?
No, I don't think so. Not a military man, I'd wager. Lombard now. He reminds me of someone from my command. But the name wasn't Lombard.
What do you think that record means?
Ugly. After 30 years. Ugly thing to say.
Good evening, General.
Where have you been, Rogers?
I went to check on my wife, sir. She is resting comfortably. But I'm afraid I have some distressing news.
Oh?
One of the china figures of a sailor boy has been broken off.
Chapter 2. 9 little sailor boys sat up very late. One overslept himself, and then there were 8.
Love the theme music to this game. So
Filthy night. I tried to go out to get some more wood for the fire, but the wind drove me back.
A storm like that will keep us all indoors.
My apologies for the accommodations, Mr. Narracott, but all the beds are taken.
Makes one wonder where the Owens were planning to sleep, doesn't it?
A good servant follows instructions, sir. He does not question his employer, unless you'd like to share the deceased's room with the corpse.
This will do fine. Thank you, Rogers.
I'll wish you a good night then, sir.
Everyone should be sound asleep by now. Good time for a little stealth work.
Ooh, hell yes. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, let's have a look around. Now, he put his glass down here, right? No. I've sworn he put his glass down somewhere. No, right. Let's go this way. Take a look at the whiskey bottle.
I can't see anything of interest.
Whoops.
Let me examine this further.
Yeah, let's have a look at the record. It says hello. And then goodbye.
I wonder what's recorded on this side.
Yes.
I don't need it. And I'm no pack rat. I shouldn't do that. I need to have my wits about me. I shouldn't do that. I need to have my wits about me.
Alright. I wonder if it's too late to try the gramophone out. That this way, I think.
That doesn't make sense.
What? Vacuum tube.
I'm pleased to see at least one of you has thought to turn the record over. Any good house party should include party games. This weekend is no exception. I have devised several little games of the mind to challenge your wits, and I hope you find the rewards for each to be worth the effort. You'll have to discover my little amusements on your own, however. I've scattered them all over this delightful island retreat. I hope that you will find them suitably entertaining.
Let's take the tubes out of that. Because I think maybe we can fix this other little radio thing over here, right?
It's got power, but it still doesn't seem to be working.
Let's leave that for now. Continue snooping around. Let's try over here. That rain though. A bit. There we go, in the study.
A rather beautifully made globe of the world.
Another book. Birding on Devon shores.
Property of Teresa Robson. I transcribed the interesting passages into my notebook.
Good stuff. Who's Teresa Robson?
The drawer is locked.
Ah. Okay, that one's locked. Any other books here? No. Oh, the soundtrack is just fantastic, seriously. How good is that? Alright, upstairs or...
It's really dark up there. I need a light source.
Uh-huh, okay. Downstairs for now.
It's too dark to move around in there without stumbling.
Okay. I wonder if we have a torch we can find down here. Oh no, that just takes me... Let's go to the dining room and check out that statue, actually, because we haven't done that yet. We haven't seen that for ourselves. Actually, wasn't there
Place
something...
for everything and everything in its place.
I swear there was a torch or something in one of these drawers when we were looking in here earlier. Oh, yeah, look. Sure enough.
9 little sailor boys.
Must be something else we can do in here.
A radiator. You can't have enough of them, really.
Here we go. Ah. What's through this door?
Interesting ashtray. Birds everywhere.
Ah, birding on the southern coast. Actually, maybe the property of Teresa. Maybe Teresa was one of the original owners of this place. Like the woman who
I can't open it. It's locked.
Damn it. The woman who was unhappy here,
Not
maybe.
that I'd want to play, even if there was time. I've no talent for the game whatsoever.
Okay. Try the study again. I don't think I
To
can
go out
outside.
in that storm now would be reckless and foolhardy.
Very true. Very true. But there's something I've missed, though. Seeing as not. That's okay. Let's take our time.
Or rather...
Okay, so after bumbling around the house for a long-ass time, I finally broke and looked up a walkthrough. Apparently, I mean, it should have been obvious because I don't know where else you keep batteries, but I missed finding
It's a full sack of flour.
batteries in a sack of flour earlier. So you get the large scoop. We have flour.
Nothing else to see about that. It's a full sack of flour. I don't need to lug this around with me. The larder is very well stocked.
Don't understand. Oh yeah, we gotta keep scooping.
There are some batteries buried under here.
No, I had no idea. So that renders the game unwinnable if you missed that. So we got batteries.
I can't take that apart.
Use them with the flashlight.
Excellent, like hand in glove.
Hand in glove. And I'll see you guys back after dark. Back, but in the future. Anyway, I'll see you guys then. Okay, and we're back. We now have the flashlight, which will allow us to explore the rest of the house. So I reckon we should try the bottom floor first, since we're already down here. So where's the flashlight?
Perhaps another time. I won't do that.
Maybe it automatically, actually.
I can't take that apart.
Maybe he'll just automatically do it. He will. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. A flashlight mechanic. I like that. Alright, let's have a look.
Whoever it is, please leave us. My wife needs her rest.
Sorry about that, Rogers.
Not at all.
Okay, let's suss out the kitchen.
The refrigerator hardly seems large enough for a house of this size.
Yes, we noticed that before, didn't we? We don't need anything in here. Let's go. Try over here.
It's a sturdy cast iron stove.
What's this? Fruit basket made of copper wire.
Nothing else to see about that. I can't take that apart.
Can't take it apart. Okay. That's fair. Back in the dining room. Right, well, I don't think there's much in the bottom floor, then let's go upstairs. I wonder if everyone can just hear him running around the house. Okay. Let me have a little look.
I can't open it. It's locked.
There.
It's tightly locked.
One of these is a bathroom though, right? This one. Oh, little hall, yeah. Ooh.
These are very expensive linens. I bet they're very strong.
Take that. It goes downstairs. Keep moving around. Try all the doors. Ah, the body. Maybe we can examine the body.
The body was thoroughly searched. No need to disturb it now.
Mr. Marston. Got no secrets for me, Mr. Marston. That's okay. Nothing in the bathroom? Nope. Hello. Oh shit, is someone in the bed? Okay, Narracott, this is weird, mate. What the hell are you doing in here? Let's get out.
It would be incredibly improper for me to go through a lady's luggage. I won't do it.
But it's fine to be in her room. Sprint. Ooh. Can go on the balcony. This is weird, Narracott. What are you doing, buddy? This is weird. I'm all for sleuthing, but this is kind of weird, bud. Thing is, there were locked doors back there. I wonder if I can go around the balcony. Let's go around the balcony. See if I can get to those locked rooms. This one, for example. Lombard's room. Should go to a sleep clinic, buddy. I can't go any further. Okay. That's fair. Ooh, a telescope. Can take that. Really? Let's get out of here. As if she wouldn't wake up to that sprinting through the fucking room.
Locked. He's as tight as an owl. I expect nothing could wake him up. Morning is coming. I'd best get back to my bed. Well, I didn't get much rest, but at least I have something to show for it. I'd best see if everyone has come down for breakfast.
Alright, and we will leave breakfast until next time. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for your patience. I know there was a couple of people who commented asking when the next one of this series is going to come up, which was much longer than I intended and, well, would have liked, to be honest. But anyway, we're back on it now. We're back into the swing of things. And yeah, keen to be back playing this game again. It's one of my favorites. I'll see you in the next one.